Hi Product Hunt, my name's Quentin. I'm one of the co-founders of Inspector, and I'm going to show you how you can get started using Inspector to edit the front end of your code base visually. This is what Inspector looks like when you first open it. As you can see here, I can open an existing project like a code base that I already have, or import something from GitHub. If I have an idea for a prototype or a website that I want to build, all I have to do is just go in this box, type my ideas, and press enter, and Inspector will set up a project for me with a prototype working right out of the box. But since I already have something that I've been working on, the front end for the Inspector landing page, I'm just going to go down here to recent projects and select it. Inspector will bring me to this page where I'll have a few options. I could enter the localhost URL that I have a dev server running at, like localhost 3000. Or if I don't, all I have to do is press start dev for me, and Inspector will run the setup commands to install the dependencies, start the development server, and then connect it to the Inspector browser. So here it connected the front end of Inspector's landing page for us. Cool. To get started using Inspector, let's say using the agent, all I'd have to do is go to this chat panel here and expand the chat window. And here, I was working on it before, but I'll start a new tab. So we have a few tools that we can use with the Inspector agent in this chat window, like the selector tool, which allows me to hover over anything in the code base, click it, and I can add the exact lines of code of what that thing that I selected is to the context of the agent. I can also use the screenshot tool by clicking this camera and drag over anything on the page and click to add a screenshot to the context. I can add console logs if I want to debug just in the click of the button. It'll add all the console logs from Chrome DevTools just right to the context of the coding agent. If I want to make an edit with Inspector, I could type anything here just like I would in Claude Code, and it'll make the change on the actual code base. But what I think is really powerful about Inspector is the visual editor. So to toggle the visual editor, I can just go to this notch down here and press it. And here you can see it'll let me select any element on the page and edit the values just like I would in Figma. So here, if I want to decrease the spacing between this top text and the one below it, I could just drag and decrease the margin just like this. Here, let's have 0 margin top. I could also move anything on the code base if I wanted. And when I'm done making those changes, all I have to do is press apply. And it will send that change along with all of the context it needs to the coding agent, and it'll go ahead and make the change. So here it's reading the file, it's finding the element, and then it's going and making the edit. So here it's changing the margin top by 3, 0, and there, it went ahead and made the change. Cool. I edited my front end visually. That's a little bit about Inspector, and if you have questions, feel free to leave them below. I'll be happy to answer. Thanks.